Well, we've had a great time so far, but I have a feeling the game is about to change. Here comes Philly Mike Swanson. No one likes him. He doesn't care. Draped in gold, too. Draped in gold. I think he has a new title. There's three or four.
You know what? We pride ourselves at the Tornado Tag Podcast to try to follow people's careers and support when they win everything. But Philly Mike works so much and goes so many places and wins. I can't keep track of all the titles this guy's winning all over the place.
Very prolific, to say the least.
And his opponent, weighing in at 190 pounds, from the Neon District of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, Andy Header.
Well, ain't nobody better than Andy Header, but listen, I will say this right now, when this was announced on social media, on the Sanctuary's pages, this was exciting. These are two people that I wanted to see cross paths for quite some time, and this is going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely. Two people with a lot of experience, a lot of athleticism. I don't know if their paths have ever crossed before, even though they're both prolific.
Absolutely. If they had GPSs or trackers of miles traveled amongst these two careers in professional wrestling, it would be pretty impressive. And like I said, never cross paths. And the first time you're going to see it is here at the Sanctuary. Best place to experience this, I know you're watching on YouTube, but it's always being here live in Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
It's going to be an interesting style differential here. Philly Mike, not afraid to get down and dirty, not afraid to scrap, not afraid to get hardcore. That's where he's from. That's in his blood. And you have Andy Header, trained in the lucha style, trained in traditional wrestling.
It's interesting because, you know, he comes from that promotion that unfortunately isn't around anymore, which was essentially changing the game of independent wrestling. And then that promotion goes away, and now where Philly Mike comes from, GCW is doing the same thing that this promotion was doing. So it's interesting to see these two parallels in their career.
And make no mistake about Andy Header, he learned the ropes right at the intersection of Swanson and Rittner. He knows that himself, and a beautiful palm strike there by Philly Mike Swanson.
Wow. Huge arm drag. The speed in this is going to be out of control. Looking for an acid arrow early, and he lands it.
Out of the corner with the Bulldog, but no.
No Bulldog.
Philly Mike Swanson launches him off.
Yeah, very well scouted by Philly Mike.
And then that arm drag, you saw that lucha style, and you're about to see it again.
And he's about to fly. No.
Philly Mike was ready for him with that shot to the face.
Yeah, he shut down that express train.
It's not elegant, but sometimes, and if you're in Philly, you know this, sometimes the best solution to your problem is a punch right to the mouth.
Absolutely.
We're about to see a Martinete, as they say in the lucha.
Were you saying his last name Janetti, or were you saying something else?
I was saying a Martinete. That's what they would call any kind of head dropping, a pile driver in lucha libre. Not Martinete Janete.
Not a lot of real estate on this apron that they're working on.
Going for the DVD.
Oh! Philly Mike is feeling himself right now.
Falls to the outside, a devastating Death Valley driver. Talked about that building on Swanson and Rittner. Louis Spicoli made that move famous there. The late, great Louis Spicoli.
Looking for a really lackadaisical cover here. Would have won a 2 count. Whoa, that was a long 2 count, almost 3. This early in the game.
Header's hurt.
Yeah.
Header's hurt from that DVD on the apron.
Yeah, Andy is really in a rallying situation here, trying to fight back. Big suplex to just put more strain on that back.
That back, that neck. And if your neck's hurt, if your back's hurting, every step, every movement, every time you turn your head, you're in agony.
Well, here's one of the things with Philly Mike, and this is something I want to pose to you. We always talk about in the fight game, when you stay active, you stay good. But sometimes when you stay active, you're prone to fatigue and injury and body sore. But it just doesn't seem to apply to Philly Mike as he hits a huge flip-up cutter there.
Philly Mike might just be built different. Oh, so close.
That was a 2. The ref counted the 3, but he said the shoulder came up.
Waved it off. Waved off the 3. Saying just a 2.
Wow. Andy is in some serious business trouble right now. Oh.
And another super kick. The real, pardon the pun, game changer here was when Philly Mike, after the poison arrow, was able to throw Andy off when he tried for the bulldog. But an inverted atomic drop and a kick right to the side of the head changes it up.
Oh, still step up leg drop. And he's starting to gain some of the momentum back.
Firing up for that Superman punch. But a sit-out driver there instead. And now it's Header with the 2 count.
Yeah.
Just like that, turns it around. And it's all Andy Header trying to get the Sanctuary congregation and will him back into this one. With or without them, he's in it.
Absolutely. Got Andy with a little talking here.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Oh, he flips through.
He couldn't get him out for the Splash Mountain, as they call it in Lucha. And a beautiful super kick by Philly Mike Swanson.
Listen, staple of the independent scene is that super kick, and Mike just knows how to laser that in there.
Now he's going to head up to the top rope. He wants to hurry up here. You don't want to give Andy Header too much time to regroup. He will make you pay.
Andy has no idea where he is. A huge double drop kick.
Missile drop kick 3/4 of the way across the ring. The athleticism of Philly Mike Swanson.
Ooh, Andy fighting through. Just what a 2 count, but BP, they are getting longer and longer. I mean, we almost had a 3. If it wasn't called off, it'd be over.
Yeah, Andy Header hanging on by a thread here. Just by a thread.
That says a lot for Philly Mike that I've never seen Andy in this much trouble this early in a matchup. Nobody home. Philly Mike slides through the second rope, going up to the top again.
You have to be impressed by Philly Mike's speed. Now in the second rope. But Header able to catch him with that European uppercut. What's he got playing? We're going to go for a Rana. Lucha Libre again.
The old Frankensteiner.
Huracanana in
I'm not trying to
Mexico.
I'm not trying to get beat up if he's listening. Goes for the cover.
High cross body only gets 2.
You know, when you land that move, you have a 6 3/4 more chance of winning the match.
Yeah, and that builds up over time.
Andy dropping the boot to this floating rib. Andy looking to go to the top of his own. Not something you see very often from Andy Header, looking to maybe change the game up on the game changer. He has to, Philly Mike very well scouted Andy Header so far today that he has to kind of, oh! A fan just threw a bottle at him.
That's no fan.
That's Riley Crow.
Riley Crow in the crowd. Throws a bottle at Andy Header. Distracts him long enough for Philly Mike to get back into it. And wait a second. The Philly special.
Leg is hooked.
1, 2, 3.
And that's going to get Philly Mike a W in the win column with a little help from the outside interference.
There's no coming back from the Philly special. Just ask Bill Belichick.
Disappointing end to a matchup that we were looking forward to. Philly Mike had to resort to those dirty tactics, and we don't like it, and he doesn't care.
That's right. Sometimes you got to get a little filthy. You know what they said was a little underhanded too? Declaring independence from England. And if Philly doesn't do it, you're not here right now. You're saluting the Queen, okay? And Philly Mike Swanson takes a bow and gives a salute. A very familiar salute if you've ever been to Philadelphia.
That's how they greet each other there. Well, what a great start here to the Sanctuary Contenders. We have more for you, but make sure you follow the Sanctuary on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also you're already watching this. You are watching on the YouTube. Make sure you hit that like. Leave a comment and tell us what your favorite match of the night is or who you think's taking that main event with Jordan Palco and the Sanctuary's former Spotlight champion, J.S. Hawthorne.
And the stakes for that one as high as can be. A shot at Ace Austin and the